Hey everyone, my name is Greg Morrison. This is my Facebook page here if you guys want to add me here. And I'm going to give you a P90X versus Insanity breakdown so that you can help yourself pick which program is better for you. They're both really good programs, but there is pretty big differences between them when you really break it down. And a lot of people, they kind of look at them as the same thing, and they're really not. I've done both of them. Here's Insanity. Right here, this is the Insanity DVD. I finished this about a month ago. I love the Insanity program. And then here's P90X. I didn't make it all the way through this, but I'll explain that in just a little bit. And that was about 6 months ago. But I do have both of them. They are both good, but again, I'll talk about that in more detail. Now, I also take Shakeology. I'll talk about this stuff in just a minute. This stuff's great, and I'll go into detail on that in just a minute. So, to kind of break up the two, P90X is there's a few things that there's a few reasons that I like Insanity better. The first thing is that Insanity workouts are an average of a half hour less a day. So the P90X workouts are an average of 75 minutes a day, and then Insanity workouts are an average of 45 minutes a day. So that's a half hour a day. Both are 6 days a week. You're supposed to do them 6 days a week. So that is the same there, but you add that half hour in, that's 3 hours a week. I run my own business from home. I run an internet marketing company, so 3 hours a week is a lot to me. I also have 11-month-old, so I like to spend as much time with him as possible. So that 3 hours does really make a difference for those of us who are really busy. Also, Insanity is only 60 days, and then P90X is 90 days. So that's another difference. One of my favorite things about Insanity is you don't need any equipment. They recommend a yoga mat, but you don't even need that. But with P90X, you need a pull-up bar, which, it's one of those ones that you hang on the door so you can do pull-ups on it. And then you also need, they recommend either dumbbells or bands. And, with the bands, you have to be able to, hang stuff on the wall so you can, pull them down, or, have a pull-down thing. And there's just more equipment involved with P90X. But if you have access to that, that's fine. But it was a little difficult for me to do some of the workouts with, limited space. And with Insanity, I was just able to do everything very easily in a very small space. So that's what I really liked about Insanity. And then, of course, the 60 days versus 90 days, that's a whole month difference, okay? Now, the other thing is I thought that Insanity was a little more motivating, okay? And don't get me wrong, I don't want to seem like I'm talking about bad about P90X. I like P90X. It's just I quit 3 weeks in because it just wasn't as motivating for me. I didn't like the how I couldn't do some of the workouts because of my limited equipment stuff. But with that said, in the 3 weeks I did do P90X, I did see results. Unfortunately, I don't have pictures of before and after of my P90X, but I do with Insanity, and I'll show those to you now. So let's bring up both of these pictures. Here's day 1, and then here's day 50. So I lost 15 pounds, and I believe 10% body fat. And I skipped the last 10 days, and in those 50 days I kind of slacked some days, and I didn't follow the diet plan. So I ate whatever I want. I just did most of the workouts. The days I did do the workout, I did work out hard. It is a tough workout. I did sweat a lot, and I did throw up a couple times, so it is a tough workout. I'm just being honest here. But, you can see a difference, mostly in my stomach here, down below here. I didn't have that anymore in the love handles. In my chest, I was sagging down a little bit. And I got a new tattoo, so it's covering it up, but I was actually starting to get veins in my arms. So, definitely a big noticeable difference in the traps here. And then just my face definitely got skinnier. Everyone noticed that I lost weight that's close to me. So, definitely, notice a difference. Not even 2 months, just 50 days. I would say I did maybe 35 workouts, so about 35 days, because I skipped some, and then it's 6 days a week, it's not 7, alright? But, I probably did it 5 days a week, so I did about 35 workouts, and that was the results, 15 pounds, so that's about a pound every 2 workouts, which is really good, like I said, but when I did do the workouts, I did do them, I did do them pretty well. I didn't slack that often when I did do the workouts. But again, the biggest thing for me was I didn't follow the diet plan. If I followed the diet plan, I probably would have done twice as well because I didn't eat well. I was eating pizza and cheesesteaks and hamburgers and cookies and ice cream, whatever I wanted. So it's cool to know, though, that you can get really good results even if you don't follow the diet plan. If you just do the workout and you try to do your best with it, you'll get great results, as you can see here, because that's just 50 days and not following the diet plan. One thing I did do, I mentioned this earlier, was I took Shakeology, and this stuff's awesome. I've been really busy with my business the last 2 weeks, so I haven't done any working out the last 2 weeks, but I've continued taking Shakeology each day, and I've lost 2 pounds in the last 2 weeks without even working out. This stuff's awesome. It's a little expensive, so people don't get it, but when you break it down, it's actually cheaper than other meals. They say it's the healthiest meal of the day. It has tons of really healthy stuff in it. It's $120 for a month's supply, which is $4 a day, or $4 a meal. If you compare that to other meals you eat, it's probably going to be less expensive. So a lot of people don't get it because of the price, but in reality, it's actually cheaper when you break it down. And I love that stuff. I use it for a meal replacement once a day. I feel like it just makes me feel better. It helps my metabolism. It helps me lose weight. Like I said, last 2 weeks I haven't worked out, and I still lost 2 pounds just taking Shakeology. So that's another one of my really high recommendations if you're going to take a supplement. If not, that's cool. But it definitely works, and I have it on order monthly because I take it every single day. So that's my breakdown. The other thing is, people make the comparison, which one's better for building muscle, which one's better for losing weight. If you're looking to build like a bodybuilder type body, neither of these are probably for you. You're not going to get like a bodybuilder type body out of either of these programs because they're both revolved around cardio. But P90X is more revolved around resistance and weights, so that will get you more muscular. Not like a bodybuilder, but it will help you build muscle. Where Insanity is more towards like leanness. You'll still build muscle, but it'll be more the lean muscle, like more like ripped. Where you won't have like huge bulging muscles, but you'll really cut down the amount of fat and still build muscle. Whereas, P90X will do the same thing, but you'll build a little more muscle than you would with Insanity. I personally like the lean look. I used to be a big weightlifter, but I've gravitated away from that. I want to get more lean now. So I really like what Insanity does. I love the intensity of it. I love the motivation that Shaun T gives you and just watching it. I love how you have no weights. It's 45 minutes a day, which isn't too bad. And the biggest thing, no equipment. So that's the breakdown there. I'm not talking bad about P90X. I think it's a great program. But for me, it just wasn't right. I thought Insanity was better. All right. If you guys have any questions, you can add me on Facebook. You can leave a comment below on this site, and I'll get back to you and I'll answer your questions if you have any at all. All right. Talk to you guys soon.